Hey, Keter, have you noticed how weird the weather is?
Yeah, kind of funky.
It's changing all the time. It's like me when I'm close to, that time of the month.
Oh my God, we're gonna call your that time of the month climate change. That's
Yes.
what we're gonna call it from now on. It's
Fuck
climate
yes.
change. That's awesome.
Absolutely. It is climate change. And when I'm around climate change time, you cannot predict where I will be on the spectrum of happiness and fuck you-ness.
What we're getting at
Yes.
is
Spring is
it is
coming.
time to talk about spring.
Yay. We're looking forward to spring because I don't know. Why not? It's change, right? Change is good.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it is. You don't really get that
It's been
change
cold
down there.
here. I want to tell you that this has been a winter to remember. It has been
Oh,
cold.
67 degrees.
But this fucking place is an oven, Eric. I mean, anything is like a welcome change.
That's true.
Listen, I'm going to be positive because I don't have another fucking choice, okay? As of that,
I
I'm going to
got you.
sweat.
Yeah, I got you.
So we decided that maybe we'll get a little jump start on spring by discussing pasta salads. I think pasta salads are like the most like springy thing you could do
The
in summer.
spring thing, like picnic and family gatherings, I guess. I mean, I did not grow up with pasta salads, but
Yes, you did. No?
no, my mother never made a pasta salad.
Really? My mom used to make it with tuna, like elbow macaroni with tuna. I don't know if that's like a thing.
Okay, I don't know if that's a thing because I have a friend.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if she's listening, but her mother, same ethnicity as all of us. So
Right.
her mother would make an elbow macaroni, tuna, and then she would add pineapple in it to give it a
That
sweetness to it.
sounds kind of good.
No, I remember having some of it as a child. She was my neighbor. It is good. And the only reason I remembered it is because she and I were on the phone a couple months ago and we were talking about it. And, sadly she lost her mom a couple of years ago. And so she went to make it just to be, just to think about her.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so it was elbow macaroni with tuna and then pineapple for sweetness. And it did go well together. I know it sounds weird, but it did go really well. But my mother never made it.
I feel like the Cubans like a pasta salad. I don't know if my mom made it. Maybe she didn't. I don't remember.
Who made it for you then? What woman was in your home making this?
You know what I do remember? When my mom started working, because she was a stay-at-home mom for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she started working and she got like her first little paycheck, we went to the Pizza Hut and we ate inside. And you know how they have that pasta salad?
Yeah.
You remember that? And we
I
used to
remember
put
it, yeah.
the little crunchy Asian noodles on top.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I think I remember that. And like she used to love that salad. So I think like maybe that's what I correlated to. But anyway, I don't know.
You're like, I swear my mom made this pasta salad, but maybe it was Pizza Hut. I don't know.
Exactly. Well, okay. So I made pasta salad just a few days ago because I saw this thing on the TikTok. I'm really watching a lot of TikTok lately.
Yeah. It's addictive.
Yeah, like I don't know how I feel about it, but I do feel like I learned so much. I don't know. We can get into a debate about this, but it
Absolutely.
is it is the most like teaching, what's the word I'm looking, instructional kind
Mm-hmm.
of like app that you can go on and waste your
Yeah.
time on. So they were talking about this product made by McCormick called Perfect Pinch Salad Supreme Seasoning. I'll link it so you guys can see what it is. And people are like going nuts over this shit on the TikTok. They're putting it on like the outside of a grilled cheese. They're putting it on a pasta salad. Like they're putting it on their grandmother's. It's like, it's on everything. So I saw this recipe. This is what you do. I kind of made it with the vegetables I had on hand. I wasn't going to go like too crazy, but
Right.
you can. So you boil pasta. I did rotini because I feel like rotini is like a really good pasta to make pasta salad with.
I like the little bow ties.
Those are good too, but they're kind of, I mean, it's your party. You do whatever the fuck you want.
That's right.
Yeah. Capatavi. So good, right?
Yeah, the swirlies.
Yeah. I love those. Okay. So you boil your pasta, you rinse it so it gets cool, right? And then you season the fuck out of it, like Eric says, with
Right.
this pasta perfect pinch stuff, right? And it's like a pretty orangey color, so it turns the pasta like a paprika color because it has
Mm-hmm.
paprika in it. And you like heavy handed with this shit, right? And then if you're making the whole box, then you get a bottle of Italian dressing, like the Olive Garden one. I
Mm-hmm.
got the off one from Aldi because I wasn't going to go to the regular store. I was already there and it worked just fine. And you pour it in there, the whole bottle if you want. I did a little less because I'm not like that's not
Yeah.
my scene. And then I added chopped tomatoes, grated carrots, and chopped up cucumber. You can add asparagus to this. I think asparagus would make it like super fancy and pretty for a party.
I would.
And then you just mix it all up and then you put it in the refrigerator for at least a few hours, better overnight. And there it is. Delicious. It is so good and easy, Eric. Like you can make this for Easter brunch, Easter dinner.
Or just a regular weekend.
Like I did. I was eating that pasta salad for like 3 days.
And I bet you got better the longer it went.
Yeah, and it had vegetables in it, which I feel like, I'm not really great about always eating vegetables. And I kind of feel like, I had carrots and shit in there. Go me.
There you go. Good for you. I'm happy
You
for
sounded
you.
so Miami right there. You're like, good for you.
It only comes out when I talk to you.
Sure, girl. Tell me more. Tell me about your pasta salad, girl.
It's kind of similar, but a little different. So mine is with cheese tortellini.
Mm-hmm.
And you boil it, of course.
I have a question.
And then,
I'm sorry already, but when you buy tortellini, do you like to buy the soft one or the hard one that's dry?
No, the soft one in the refrigerated section that you have to boil.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I feel that's more fresh.
I think it's all bullshit.
Probably not,
I've made both. I like eating the dry ones without cooking them. They taste good.
Okay, so back to my pasta salad. So you boil it, take it out, let it cool. And while it's cooling, just take a block of mozzarella cheese. Don't get the fancy kind. Just get like the regular.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I put cheese in mine too.
What kind?
Sharp cheddar.
Oh, that sounds good. I like the good sharp cheddar.
Sorry, I forgot.
So just use a regular block of mozzarella cheese, not the fancy kind, and cut it up into little cubes. And then get any type of cured meat you want, a salami, pepperoni, whatever you want. Go ahead and cut that up into cubes. I took red bell peppers and orange peppers. I actually do not like green peppers. And so I took the red ones, orange ones, cut it up, chopped up an onion. And once the tortellini is cooled, I threw it all in there, season it up, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of basil, a little bit of oregano. And then you're supposed to put an entire bottle of Greek salad dressing on it. And I don't like it too saucy like that.
Right.
So I use maybe a half a bottle. And you mix it around, put it in the refrigerator again, at least 2 or 3 hours, preferably overnight. And that's it. And it's so good. And when the weather starts getting warmer, so it won't get warmer here for about another month or so, but when the weather starts getting warmer, you don't want to put your stove on.
Right.
And you don't want to heat up your house even more. And so because it's tortellini, this eats like a meal. So serve it with a piece of grilled chicken, serve it with some grilled shrimp or some fish, and it'll be great. But it basically eats like a meal.
Yeah.
And if you want to keep it vegetarian, don't put a protein in there.
Yeah, I like that because it is kind of a complete meal. You can just eat that. I would just eat that and be happy, honestly.
No, actually, when I keep vegetarian, don't put the cured meat in there either.
Yeah, just don't eat this shit because it's no. This isn't for you.
We'll talk about another episode.
Come back next week. Maybe we'll have something for you.
But even, but this eats like a full meal. So that's what I like about it. And again, it does get better as the days go by.
And you know what? Speaking about this cheese situation, I had this idea because I had leftover cheese. So I cubed it and then I marinated it in salad dressing and some of this perfect pinch stuff. And I like left it overnight and it was delicious. Like I would add that to a charcuterie board, marinated cheese, you guys. I felt like a fucking genius when I made this. It is so good.
Like Mariela Einstein over here.
I texted you like, I think.
You did. Absolutely.
But it really is that good. And I think it's kind of interesting that you can just grab like any old cheese and kind of like, make it zhuzh it up a little.
Yeah.
By just kind of seasoning it. You can put it in pesto overnight, anything really. And just like oil, vinegar, any seasonings you may have on hand and marinate that shit and see what the fuck happens. I think it's kind of a cool idea. And I thought it made the cheese more delicious. I put horseradish cheese in there.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's like a really nice hors d'oeuvre. Like you can serve that next to like olives.
Yeah, that does sound really good actually.
And that would be a really pretty thing to put on your table too for Easter. I think people would really gravitate towards something like that because it's fresh.
Right.
And also briny and oily, which I think like we're in this in-between stage that people like, they still want to put on their fat pants, but they're thinking that it can't happen for too much longer because of summer.
Right. You got a couple more weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of us wear fat pants all year round, but for the ones that don't, it's got a couple more weeks.
Yes. So I think these would be like a really great addition for this season for you to add to your table and get creative. Use different pastas, use different vegetables, use different dressings. The idea is that you put pasta with something crunchy and then something salty and then top that shit with some dressing and have fun with it.
Yes, play around with it. And for all of us up north, the weather will warm up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it gets really upsetting for me. I don't like warm weather.
You have to live.
So I hope you all enjoy the next 6 months of heat. And I will not.
I will not either, but here we are. Yes, I'm going to link all the stuff I can so you guys can see what products we're talking about. And we hope you're looking forward to spring because we are. I like lighter food. I think Eric's going to be okay. He's a grumpy bitch, but he's going to come around.
Whatever. It's tortellini and fucking cheese. I'll eat it.
All right, you guys. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
You grumpy old bitch. Look, this is the thing.
You grumpy cow.